Okay, so let's try this again. Then hopefully this time there's no interruptions, disruptions, and whatever else that stops someone from working on something. Um, okay, so we're trying to make this game, and uh, I mean, let me walk you through. Like, okay, so let's 2D games. So if you grew up playing a game, uh, let me not divulge into it, because like, what is not a game? Have you read about game theory? Let's read about game theory first. Ooh, game theory. So whenever I read game, for some reason my head, like, it always phonetically, um like, as soon as I say game, my head says game. Like, I don't know why, but it does that. Uh, and there's that. Do what you will with this information. Okay. So game theory is the study of mathematical models. What is a mathematical model? Well, reality. So let's just um, substitute and read this again. So game theory is the study of reality, um, form modeling, strategic interactions. So let's also type this. And I swear to God, I'm not on like any drugs right now. It's just the reality is quite overwhelming. Um, so just let's type uh, and we're trying to say game theory is the study of reality for stra, strategic, strategic, strategic interactions. Okay, this is strategic interactions. Game theory is the study of reality for strategic interactions. Uh, okay, and then we're not gonna, of course, we're not gonna like write out the whole um, Wikipedia article uh, and my terminal. But the reason why we got here is, let me just pull this up here as well. Okay, is because there's this thing called Shiba Fact Club. Fact Club. So this is it. Okay, and they have this one um, event going on called Shiba, where they were basically flying out people to Tokyo, um, and I somehow like uh, got interested in it, and then so for that I was trying to make um, this game, and so the but then like it kind of like I divulged, and it's now just a standalone project that I'm working on, just for the sake of it. Well, more like just for the fun of it, thrill of it, whatever you want to call it, call it. But so the theory of this game is that um, well, just like any other game, it is um, trying to preserve the vision for an unending game. So like, so what I'm trying to say here, I might be butchering words because, well, I'm trying to like just not be so anxious right now. Um, but do you know like when you so do you know about this game? Vice City, right? It's by Rockstar. If you don't know about it, go kill yourself. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But if you do that, call me. Um, but if you know about Vice City, right? If you know about this girl and this booty, that's Vice City. So Vice City is based in Miami, and the whole game is like it's you do a bunch of stuff, you get a bunch of money, you get a bunch of weapons, cars, name something that you get. out of this game, and you get it. Um, and so, but eventually, like once you there's like n number of missions that you have to do, and then you do them, and then at the end of the day, like you do them, and then you also get properties based on the amount of missions you complete. So like let's say if you did like a Malibu mission, right? So you'd get like an ocean view mansion or something like that, right? End game. Um, but at the end of the game, you literally have everything. Like the whole city is yours. You can do anything you want. And so when I finished that game, I literally uninstalled it because I didn't know what to do. Um, More like I didn't. Let's not divulge into it again. But anyways, so that is what this game it starts off of that idea. Um, the it starts off of that idea that there is the game is already done. Now you're just living it. Um, and so the idea is that there is a user. We could call the user the protagonist, and the protagonist, he or she or them or they or it does not have an age. Um, so it's so this game is also supposed to be like a psychological thriller, um, because it is going to fuck with your head, and that is intentional, just like all games. But the intention is where this game will make difference because it is really driven in what aspects the um, the impact is going to be created in. So like what I'm talking about is basically trying to emulate stress, health, and senses. So I believe, and I sincerely believe, um, that if you have these three under control, you're God, literally, or you're close to being God. Um, but how did I get here? Okay, so this is all right because game theory, right? Um, so equilibrium it was also like an asymptote. So let's ask ChatGPT use supply and demand curve and draw equilibrium as an asymptote. Okay, so while it's thinking that, let me just pull up something that will make my face clean. Or should I just turn on the lights? Turn on the light. Okay, that's better. Okay, I hope my voice is still just as crisp as it was before. Um, right. So I don't know if it did this justice. It might have. Um, but this is like I don't know why I keep right. But sorry, it can be an asymptote because then it has to be a curve. I was wrong. So this might not make it in the stream. I might edit it out. Um, but anyways, so that's the idea of this game. And then um, right game clear here, and then where is that code? Right. So now so far, what I've done is well, I initially started to start with this size or size.sh file, which is basically getting the output of the or not the output, the size of the terminal window. So let me run it. So cd util or cd ui util, and then we do size. Okay, so that's the terminal window. How the dimensions of the terminal window. This is it. Okay, so while I'm rambling here, let me also go off on another tangent and tell you a bit more about what a dimension is. So a is dimension of an of an object is the maximum is the degrees of freedom of a point on that object. Okay, so this is what a dimension is. So in simple words, what I mean to say is that um, let's say if you have a point, imagine a point. Um, it has zero dimensions, right? Because it can't that point. If there was another point inscribed in it of the same size, it can't move anywhere, right? But if you had a bunch of points, it would make a line, right? Now this initial point, or let's say this line, if you were to inscribe another point inside of this line, then it has 2 degrees of freedom, or sorry, just 1 degree of freedom. It could move either left or it can move right. So that kind of gives it a dimension of 1. Let me paint it out as well. Um, paint.js. So spray, right? So this is called 0. Nope, 0D. Okay. And then there is this, where if there is a, let me also pull the definition side by side. Right. So where if you had a point, um, it would have a dimension of sincerely fuck you. Okay. And then if we, so that's one dimension, because then the point could move either in the left domain, or sorry, in the right domain or in the left domain. Yeah, or it could, so it has 2 degrees of freedom, um, but along just one dimension. Um, so am I complicating it? Let me revise. Let me go back. Let me try again. So what I'm trying to say is that point has 0 dimensions, and then there is a line. And if a point is inscribed on that line, it could only go in one direction, right? It has 2 directions to pick from, but instantaneously it could go only in one direction, right? So that's why it is one dimensional. And then moving on, we have, so this is the origin, right? So in this scenario, it's 2 dimensional. Well, 2D. Okay. And now why is it 2 dimensional? Because, well, that point is now inscribed on a coordinate plane, or on an axis. This is also called an axis. And now that point has limited range of freedom along either up or down, or left or right. So this could go either beep beep beep, or it could go either beep beep beep, or this way or this way. Okay, you get the point, right? Let me dimensions visualize, and so on and so forth. There's like you could have n number of dimensions. It's not. I don't think there is a limit on like how many dimensions you could have. Um, but that's what the essence of dimension is. Um, So that's pretty much basic math. Why is that important? Because, well, we're doing stuff with computer graphics, right? So computer graphics is pretty complicated. So for that, we first need to understand how a computer works. which is I had this one book formica, if I could find it for the life of me. Um, was this it? No, I think it's one. Nope. Dee, 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 dee. Uh, no, writing this one. Oh yeah, I think this is it. This is it. Azaria Labs. This is it. So they have this one really interesting GIF, I guess. Uh, let me go to one, part one. Is this it? Oh, no, I'll never find it, right? So that's the issue, because I'm not looking for it correctly right now. But anyway, so the GIF was basically, uh, let me ask ChatGPT to create it. Create an image for machine code to a sound code to high level, right? So machine code is essentially zeros and ones, bits. Um, blabber, blabber. Okay. So what is machine code? Machine code is binaries. Could be qubits as well, but that's something we're not